Hi Stampers, Diane Dimich here with ddStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you this fabulous kit from the Stampin' Up! Catalog. It makes these beautiful cards. You get to make 5 of each. And just so you know, this is the Hello Friend embossing kit, heat embossing kit. It is found on page 16 and 17 of the new Stampin' Up! Catalog for the 2017-2018 year. You get all of the supplies here, everything cut and ready to go, die cuts. The stamp set you can purchase separately to use with this kit, and I'm going to show that here in a minute. And then, like I said, you get to make 5 of each of the 3 different kinds of cards. Just wanted to show a couple of tips on this. So I guess I'll start with this card first. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to link the 3 videos together so that you can just choose which one you want to watch. You can watch all 3, but I'm not going to do it so it's a really long video. So to start with this one, we are going to come in with some of the pieces from that kit. And so you get die cuts of the copper scalloped circles, die cuts of the Peekaboo Peach circles, envelopes for everything, die cut flowers, and then a piece of the cardstock. So to begin with, you're going to come in with that stamp. Let me grab it. And I'm going to use a Versamark ink pad. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink up this stamp. This is a great stamp set. I don't know if you actually saw that in the catalog, but this is the stamp set. And it is fabulous to work with this kit, but it also is great for other projects after you're done. And the nice thing about this is that you can order as many kits as you want. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that down. And then I'm going to grab a piece of paper. I'll just use this because it's close. And I'm going to take some of the embossing ink that comes in the kit. It comes in these cute little bottles. So I'm just going to put some of this embossing powder right on top of where I stamped. And you're not going to be able to see much here because it's white on white. Shake that off. And then this, because you can just put this right back into the tube, into the container. Just slides right back down inside there. And a little bit of embossing powder goes a long way. So you will have enough to do all of the cards in the kit, plus you'll have some left over too, which is great. Grab your heat gun. So you're going to need a heat gun to do this. And I'm going to just go ahead and get that started. Once it starts to melt, you can just move it around your cardstock. Okay, so that is ready to go. And I'm just going to go ahead and take a couple of colors of ink. So I'm using the Powder Pink, the Peekaboo Peach, and the Calypso Coral. And I will just go ahead and open these. And you can see that I've already squished down the lid. So what I do is I just squish on the lid, and that gives me the color into the lid. And I'm going to come in with one of our aqua painters. And this is super easy. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. So you're just going to pick up some color in the lid of your ink pad. And I did squeeze just a little bit of water in there, and then just it's a color wash. Just wash it right over your image, or right over that image. It's going to resist where the white embossing is. It's going to resist the ink. Come in, I better lighten this up just a little bit. That's going to be really, okay, there we go. So it's just a wash. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's it. That's all you need to do on that. And then you can see where it doesn't land. Got a little piece of fuzz there. It doesn't stain the embossing. So this just needs to be set aside to dry while I put my little embellishment together. So I'm going to come in with that, we're going to use the Thinking of You Friend stamp, the Circle Friend, or Circle stamp, and then I'm going to ink this up. A couple of ways you can do this. You could put your stamp down and then line your circle up like this, and then just make sure that you press all around the edges so that you get the whole stamp inked. And then again, I'm going to come in with, put a piece of paper under there, and sprinkle this with more white embossing powder. I'll just move that aside for now. come in with the heat tool. Gotta be a little careful because it's kind of a small little piece. You don't want to burn yourself. And that is ready to go. And then all I need to do is I'm going to come in with my copper piece and some dimensionals. And add that onto the dimensional. And then I'm going to come in with the baker's twine that comes in the kit. And there's also little tiny paper clips, which seems to be missing. Let me find one. Okay, so here's the little paper clip. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to thread this onto my paper clip. And then tie a bow. And then I can just adjust my strings so I can get my bow just how I want it. I'm going to attach this right onto my little embellishment here. Pretty simple. Like that. And then I will probably just trim these up. Let me grab my scissors. And I've got that cute little embellishment done. Now, I'm hoping, yeah, this is pretty dry. So it doesn't take very long at all for it to dry. And if you wanted it to make sure it dries perfectly flat, just put it under a book or something. Something a bit heavy so that it will completely come dry. Then you're going to just go ahead and use these self-adhesive die cuts. And I'm going to add a flower down here. And one of the Peekaboo Peach flowers. And then I'm also going to add some of these little pink flowers and this green leaf. But before I do that, I want to make sure exactly where I want that little embellishment to go. So I am going to, I'll put those on there, decide where I want it, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add in these die cuts right under it. Perfect. Then I've got them kind of placed where I want them. And then add your little embellishment. And you have got a very fancy card. Somebody thinks you spent a whole lot of time making, which wasn't hard, and that technique is fabulous. I love the embossing technique. You can do that with any stamp. So I'm just going to attach the other email or the other videos to this video for the rest of the kit. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a great day.